ليه؟ تيست. ما في تيست. اوه.
يلا اوكي وير جود يلا سلام. لا لا مش مهم، انت عايز المايك بتاعك؟ لا مش دلوقتي. مش دلوقتي، لا خلاص احنا كله ميوتد ما عدا ما عدا.
It's not working.
تست.
What are you searching for, Musab? You're looking for the resolution?
خلاص جايب شاشه عندك، التاني جايب سكرين جايب عندك. طيب ماشي بقول لك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us for the launch of InnoLight. Hopefully, it will shed light on the innovation ecosystem in Qatar, and we encourage all of you to visit it afterward. But before we do the official launch, I'd like to introduce Nijud Al-Jahni, Senior Director for Policy Planning and Evaluation at QRDI Council, for an intro and the journey of InnoLight. So Nijud, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm very, very delighted and excited and thrilled to be standing here on the launch of Qatar's Innovation Lighthouse, InnoLight. I think my team told me that I have 15 minutes for an opening speech, and I immediately started to think about the things I would say, how to describe the platform, a one-stop shop to RDI in Qatar, a gateway to Qatar's innovation future, and all these kind of buzzwords that we're all used to. But then, to be honest, it hit me that this moment is not about a platform only, but it's really about the people behind it. It's about the doers, the dreamers. It's about those that, it's about the pursuit of ideas. It's about the journey that brought us here. So that's why I decided to take you through a glimpse of the journey that made it possible for InnoLight, for the Innovation Lighthouse to come about. So when I start with the journey, I'd like to take you back 20 years ago when I was just a student at Texas A&M University in Qatar. I was lucky to see firsthand how Her Highness Sheikh Moza bint Nasser had a vision that was brought into reality when the education city was established and when the world-class education was established in Qatar. But I was also privileged to witness and experience kind of the seeds that were planted for a knowledge-based economy, for a foundation for a knowledge-based economy. The tech park, the funding agency, the research institutes, whether it was within Qatar Foundation or nationally within other national universities. Um, I truly believed in Her Highness's vision for research and development, and it happens that the next step after kind of building that foundation for science and technology and innovation, there was also a move to double down on talent development. So yes, there's a foundation, but we need to also create a strong pool of talent that would then go on to take on RDI careers. And so that's where I was invited to join the Qatar Research Leadership Program to be part of that group. And I've met really the most brightest people and the most impressive people as a part of this program that went on to become researchers, scientists, industrialists, and professors. And a group of those graduates went on also to create a team at the time that was called QFR&D to enable that foundation that was created, to enable it through strategic advice and to planning and policy and science policy. And that's actually when I met Haytham, who's right there, who introduced me. And really, our work in the Office of Policy Planning and Evaluation at the time was all about, turning data into actionable steps. And we were completely obsessed with data. And I really was working with an extraordinary team that just were, data geeks and really had big dreams. Haytham at the time was leading the IT department. He was also the brainchild behind Qatar's first and only RDI grant system, management system, which is Q grants. And we, quickly we started working on joint projects, and it was very obvious from the beginning that we really had a shared vision to create something bigger. We used to work on projects here and there, researcher portals, asset management portals, dashboards for decision making that would all really had one goal to just create this connected ecosystem in Qatar, and also to create something that's bigger for Qatar that doesn't even exist in international benchmarks. And so we really did discover that these projects were stepping stones actually for us, but our vision was kind of broader and bigger. We were inspired by many different international experiences, whether it was on a country level, like the National Science and Technology Information Service from South Korea, UNESCO's GoSpin, the Compass, the SDI Compass of OECD, and others as well on a country level, such as NSF, US, and US, and the UK's conference. So there was different really big national projects that we were very inspired through, and we wanted to do something and we knew that Qatar could do something that's even better and bigger. And so an opportunity of a lifetime for me and Haytham happened when we moved to the QRDI Council, where we had the official mandate as QRDI to establish a national, countrywide platform that would put Qatar in the innovation on the innovation map. And so it was we felt like we really were where we belonged. This is where the right environment was there for us to start conceptualizing and start creating the ideas and crystallizing it into the blueprint of what became or what is going to become, inshallah, the national platform for innovation. Of course, this is also, really due to the inspirational leadership that we had, the empowerment and support that we had throughout. And in 2010, in 2020, when the QRDI 2030 strategy also was out and endorsed by His Highness, that's also kind of like for us a basis, because one of the main elements of the strategy was the RDI information systems. And so, we had a lot of dreams, but dreams of this scale require, more than vision. They also require horsepower. And when I met Al-Wala 2 years ago, I didn't only see the horsepower in her, I actually saw a knight in shining armor ready to take us to uncharted territories. And no, jokes aside, Al-Wala is an extraordinary data expert, one of the best, if not the best in the world. That was just like adding the secret sauce to the already amazing recipe for the team. So in short, and I hope I didn't take a lot of your time, but really, we're here now as a team, obviously along with the QRDI colleagues, with all our QRDI colleagues and our leadership, to launch the Innovation Lighthouse. But we're really here because we dreamed, and we dreamed big, and we followed through our dream. We never gave up. There were ups and downs and challenges, but we followed through it, and we also shared our dreams with people that believe in turning visions into realities. So thank you. Thank you for being a part of our journey, and hope you enjoyed the demo.
Great. Assalamu alaikum. I'm back. It's okay. All right. All right. So, InnoLight. Nijud explained the journey, so I don't think I'll have to go through that again, except that when we launched 4 years ago, we always believed that it's a journey to build the platform that we want to build. So we started small. We started only with the assets entities are in Qatar to try to capture infrastructure that could be used and leveraged not only by academic institutions, but also by private sector institutions, and to create the culture of sharing, right, and synergy creating within the environment. And this was great. There is a nice story that I always tell when I talk about the portal and the platform, is when we exposed the research infrastructure available at our institutions in Qatar, it was interesting to see even the staff members, the faculty members, the researcher didn't know that this infrastructure existed within their institution, right? So this shows you the power of being transparent and showcase what we have. We have great infrastructure at all the institutions that we have in Qatar, Qatar University, HBKU, UDST, all the branch campuses, and collectively they could create the ideal lab. The travel distance from the furthest lab in Qatar to the other is quite short, right? So in the InnoLight, without further ado, what we capture is we capture opportunities, funding, training, scholarships, jobs and internships in the ecosystem. Mostly what we fund, our programs are here for now. The InnoLight is a national platform. ideally, in the near future, it will capture all the opportunities for researchers, for innovators, engineers, product developer who are interested in the innovation and research ecosystem in Qatar will be present in the portal. We also have resources. This is what I've mentioned, the infrastructure, the labs, the equipments, the workshops that are available from entities like research institutions, universities like I mentioned, but also from the like of Qatar Scientific Club, which is an entity that's fully equipped with magnificent equipments that are available for people to use, right? The research infrastructure, we have something so unique at Qatar University, for instance. We have Jinan. Jinan is a ship that's dedicated for marine life and biology research that's fully equipped, that's also available in the InnoLight. This is all great, but we understand that the human element, this is what makes things happen. So these are the experts we have in the portal. We have over 7,500 experts listed with their profiles in the portal. This facilitates ease of access. A common question, a request that we usually get by email was, can you find me somebody who is specialized in XYZ? And we used to go to our database in the back and try to help them shortlist few for them and then share the names. Now we expose it, so it's right here. So everybody could do your own search, find the expert you want, and what we aim to do is to connect you to those people. We hope that you will collaborate and create something great, okay? So I'll give you a quick run out of the pages, how things look like. This is our mega menu. This is our opportunities that we offer. We try to keep the user in mind in our UX and UI design. So we created the traffic light system. Green means it's open, yellow coming soon, red it's closed for now, but it might come open again. And we also have coming soon, right? You can click directly on the opportunity you want, or you can go to see all opportunities at the bottom. The design is consistent, so whenever you see the black arrow, that means see all the opportunities. But we also curate jobs and interns that are available in the ecosystem related to research and innovation, and we're trying to put it in one place. And we're encouraging all the institutions, the private sector, the companies to do the same. These are jobs curated specifically for the RDI sector, okay? So if you click, for instance, in the See All, these are the pages you see now. We try to highlight some number. We think this number represents what QRDI has presented so far. We have received, for all our funding and grants that we support, over 22,000 applications, right? We have awarded over 4,000 projects. We have talent that worked on these projects, whether researcher, whether postdocs, whether students in the Europe, whether in the high school, in the HESRI programs, over 10,000 over the years. We have entities that participated in our calls, over 200 entities in Qatar and outside Qatar. So if you go down, you will see all the opportunities. Our programs are in 3 different pillars: business innovation, scientific research, and talent and capability building. There is a page specifically for each one of those, but I'm not going to take a lot of your time. So this is the detail of the call. We have a very nice search that can get you what you want. We also have a nice filter that's kind of consistent in all the pages that you can use, whether by a specific Frascati scientific area, whether by a user group that could apply for our grants. And this is something that we found very useful, because sometimes you have somebody come from small and medium company, from a large company, or from academia, and they would ask, what do you have to offer us? So if you click on SME, LLE, and apply, it will get you the programs that's specifically for this entity. So I'll give you an example of a page that has a call. So this is our funding calls. Just in a quick snapshot, what's the program is about, the highlight of a program, the funding, the duration, the cycle we launch, the research area that cover, and the user groups who could apply for this research, and obviously where you can apply, and you click on apply and it'll take you to that page. Okay. All our programs are the same. So this is consistent across the board. I would like also to quickly take you to the resource section. And this is back to the very first version of the portal we did, where we curated this information and we keep enhancing it and adding it all the time. I remember with the entities, when we launched the first time, we had 28 entities 4 years ago. Today, we have over 380 entities listed in the portal. We have a lot of subscription that people are interested to be in the portal and to be visible so they can create the meaningful collaboration that's intended from all of this work, right? The research projects are here. So basically, we have these entities. In these entities, we have over 7,000 people working. They worked on 4,800 projects. They generated 13,000 publications, over 1,000 patents, and they deposited over 900 set of data. So why do we care about all of this information? Scientists or innovators might find an idea that they would like to extend. So we again create the connect factor with the research team, with the researchers, the people who worked actually on this project. So at the bottom of this page, you will be able to see the profiles of the people behind this work, all the research and innovation work. We don't claim that we have everybody here. We're still striving to add as much as we can from the different projects. So just to give you an example of the profile, this is one of the researchers. They're working at Texas. This is his profile, his scientific research area, keywords, his bio, whether his research interest. And at the bottom, you will be able to find he worked on 31 projects, generated over 261 publications. This is an example. The majority or the rest of them, all of them will follow the same templates. Another addition that we have worked on in the past few months, and we launched in September, the research and the intellectual property community is the community project, an initiative of the QRDI Council. So this is what the aim of the communities, the objectives, and these are the 4 communities that we have currently: the research and IP, health and bio, and we'll be launching in April, inshallah, the digital tech and the energy and sustainability community. Okay? If you are in Qatar and if you are interested in any of these communities, please shout out, contact us, and then we will add you to the invite list of the upcoming communities. Okay. So my time is coming to an end, I guess. So I just want to share the Discover page. This is something interesting we have added as well in the portal, is the ability for to slice and dice all the offering in the portal in one place by scientific area. So if you select natural science, social science, or agriculture, we will show you all the opportunities we have, along with all the resources, the experts, the infrastructure we have, all of it in one place. And you can select one of the subdomains as well. So this is another way, if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, this is another feature from here. So the other interesting aspect of the portal is the insight. This is where we're sharing some of the strategies that we have, the publications we have, and most importantly is the analytic. And for that, I invite my colleague Wala to come and show you all the magic she have done in the Inno campus. Following InnoLight, we have Inno campus.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today in the launch of the InnoLight. I'm super excited to share with you today the launch of our very first dashboard, the first of many to come, the InnoCompass. And wait, it's not just another dashboard, trust me. It's a powerful data-driven tool that is designed to be your compass to navigate the RDI landscape in Qatar. How are you going to do that? I'll just show you. But before we dive into the dashboard, let me just tell you in 2 minutes about how we came up with the InnoCompass. Okay, so the InnoCompass provides a comprehensive overview of Qatar RDI indicators. More than 40 indicator and sub-indicator is showcasing in the dashboard. The dashboard highlight trends, showcase achievement, and help you monitor the progress against the NDF3 targets. The dashboard target wide range of audience. So as you can see here, policymakers, government officials, RDI professionals, business leaders, researchers, providing all of these groups with some technical specialized data to help them advocate and to help them design the best plans. But at the same time, it has this simplified insights and rich context to enable even the public to understand and to demystify the jargons of the indicators and be able to raise their awareness on the RDI and also facilitate the access to very complicated data that's all over the place. So the dashboard is designed to enable data-driven decision, foster collaboration, and of course monitor the progress against all the NDS targets. But while we were developing the dashboard, we faced a couple of limitations. One of the biggest limitations we face is that the data is not really real time, since it's national data, and most of the national KPI indicators, they collected based on annual intervals or sometimes even 2 to 3 years. So it might not be like a snapshot of the current status now, but we are also working on adding more and more indicators, because one of the second limitation that we had, which was very interesting when we did the piloting, is that everyone keeps asking us, can you add this list of indicator? Can you add more indicator for different purposes for different groups? In this release, we are focusing more on the NDS, very high level indicators, but we are working in the future releases to add more and more indicators that will be more time sensitive and will give you real-time insights. So just stay tuned, and we will definitely add more and more indicators. As you can see, we cover 5 domains in the dashboard: the R&D funding, talent, business innovation, scientific research, and global ranking. You will always have the chance to export the dashboard if you want to use it offline for different purposes. We have a page dedicated to show you in a sneak peek all the NDF3 indicator. I'll keep this for the end, and I'll just take you through, since we don't have a lot of time and they are already giving me the science, I'm going to just walk very quickly over some pages, show you some interesting feature. And the good news is that this dashboard and the InnoLight as a whole is live now. So as soon as we finish this presentation, you can go there to the website and have the full experience, or you can visit us at the back and we will walk you through the dashboard and show you all the magic. So this is the R&D funding page. In this page, we are actually featuring Qatar investment in the future to catalyze the economic diversification and foster the business-led innovation. You can see here 3 indicators at the top. You can see the GERD. You can see the GERD as percentages of GDP. You can see the BERT as percentage of GERD. If you are not familiar with these terminologies, but you still want to know about it, just hover the mouse over this icon and you will find a simplified definition. If you want to know more, export the full KPI library through the Excel, and you will have all the information: definition, limitation, calculation, all the data set, all you need to know about the indicator. In each page, you will find a variety of visualization. Some of them are showcasing trends, such as this visual, which is showing the trend in the past decade for the GDP as percentage of, for GERD as percentage of GDP. You will always find our, in front of our eyes, the target to remind us to leverage all the possible resources to reach our NDS3 target. And we have provided you for each indicator with a full benchmarking to some comparable countries, 8 or 9, depending on the data availability, that will show you how Qatar is doing in terms of performance compared to other countries. Let me just try to refresh this. So here we can see that Qatar value versus the NDS value versus the small advanced economy value, which will come in a minute. Okay, let me try through other visual. Okay, so we talked about the trend, the 10 years trend. Let's take a look at this one. This one actually is a snapshot of the GERD by sector, and we have another snapshot of the GERD by funding source. So you have two different data cuts. If you want to know more, and if you just want to know where are these coming from, you can just click on that button. It will take you directly to the R&D survey, where you will find all the information about all the indicators. Or you can click here and take a deep dive into the NDS3 and learn more about the national outcomes. We have also provided you with a quick guide, just in case it's your first time to browse through the dashboard. So you can see some of the interesting feature here, the definition and content whenever you find the eye icon. The mouse tool tip, which is a very powerful feature. I call it the hover to discover. So whenever you hover the mouse over the visual, it will reveal some additional information and context. Deep dive, same as when we did now to the NDF3 page, and you will always have the possibility to view benchmarking and download as PDF or as Excel files with full data set. This is your navigation browser, so you can toggle between different pages here. Let's take a look at the pipeline and the workforce, staying within the inputs for innovation. You can see here student performance in science, PISA score from 2009 to 2022. You can also hover to see the definition. You will always find the source of the information at the bottom of the visual. So with a click, you can go directly to the source. Here, it's a deep dive button where it will take you to the full PISA report, or again, the NDS3 website. This is a trend visual, and this is also a trend visual of STEM PhD graduate. If we just take a very quick look at the business innovation, we are also highlighting a couple of information from the Capital Venture report in 2024. You have a toggle button here, which enable you to see the information of 2024 year. Or if you want to see a cumulative, you can just toggle the view and you can see from 2016 to 2024. And again, you can look at how the top industries by total funding look alike. With the deep dive button, you can also move and read the full Qatar Venture Investment Report by QDP. Also here we have some information about the patent. Scientific research also has a couple of indicators featured there where you can see the number of publications, the collaboration with international institutes, trend on scientific and technical articles per billion PPP, the field weighted citation, NDS target is always there for you to refer to, publication produced in international collaboration. I'm gonna take just 2 extra minutes, if they allow me, to walk you through the GII page. The GII page is a new addition to the dashboard. It's actually very prominent in the NDS3. It's the Global Innovation Index published by WIPO. It's an annual publication that ranks all the countries around the world based on their innovation inputs and innovation outputs. If this is something new to you, you have never come across it, then fine, you can just click on and a definition is not enough. You can just click and you will have a full context about the GII, how many indicators, the pillars, how many countries are covered, a definition of the calculation and the framework itself. And here you can see all the GII inputs, all the GII outputs. And we are also looking at the word from the lens of the GII by showing you in this gradient map how innovative are the countries. The darkest the shade, the more innovative, the lightest, the less innovative, which needs to work more. And you can see here the nice hover to discover icon. So if you just browse the mouse through any country around the world, you will be able to see more than 10 indicator actually. So for example, USA, the group is high income group. It's the third globally. It's the third within the high income group. The GII score is 62. The ranking of their inputs is 4 globally, and the rank of the output is the 5th. And here are all the pillars. So USA is actually number 1 globally in market sophistication, and their lowest ranking pillar is the infrastructure, where they are the 30th. And if you hover over any country, you will have the same information. So just go around and take a look about how innovative are the countries around the world. We are also giving you some snapshot of the top performers as per the GII 2024 report. So this is by geographical region, where you can see Europe, North America, Latin America, or you can also see a snapshot by income group. So high income, upper middle income, lower middle income. Now, since we have a good idea and context about GII, let's look at Qatar. We are actually climbing up very fast, 49th among 133 economies globally, 42 among 51 high-income economies. We are the 6th among 18 economies. This is a region by the GII called North Africa and West Asian region. You can see all the ranking of our pillars here, and you can see the input, the output, and the output to input ratio. You want to know more, just click on that button. It will take you directly to the GII report. These are some highlights about the strengths of Qatar in 2024. If you want to know more about the indicator, just come here and you will read the definition. This is actually showing you the trend of the GII for Qatar, and you can see that we have jumped up 21 rank in the past 5 years, making Qatar as a top 3 highest riser in the GII. However, our ambition is even higher, and we put the target to be among the top 30 by 2030, inshallah. And since the GII is very prominent in the NDF3, we have dedicated a page to explain how the NDF3 targets and indicators are going to contribute to the GII. So on the left side of the screen, you can see the NDS strategic outcomes here. And on the right side, you can see all the NDS indicators that are part of the GII framework. So achieving all these targets will ultimately improve the ranking of the GII. If we go, for example, here to future-ready workforce, okay. You can also see 2 indicators that are contributing to the GII. I'm getting a lot of messages to wrap up. I'm going to just take 1 minute to show you. I'm saving the best for the last. I'm going to jump directly to the overview page. This is a page that we prepared for you. If you are going to a meeting, you need a snapshot. You want to use it as an advocacy tool. You want to take a very quick look at a very specific indicator. This page is for you. We have featured 12 indicators here, and for each indicator you will find the actual as per the most recent data. You will find the NDS3 target. You will find some visual that will help you have an idea or an insight about the trend or a snapshot, and you will also find some insight about the performance compared to last year. So scroll down the page and you will keep seeing more and more of these indicators. If you want to get a quick definition of what the indicator is, there you go. If you actually want to deep dive and know more about the indicator, just go to the navigation button and it will take you directly to the page to have more and more insights. As I said earlier, you can download the full Excel, so you can have the full database, or if you are running into a meeting and you can't access it online, you can have a PDF or you can have a PPT. So we made sure that you have all the format that will help you use the data as an advocacy tool. That's it for today. On behalf of QRDI, I hope this will really be your data-driven campus and help you navigate your way through the innovation landscape. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, Wala. This whole project is a team project started by Nijud, myself, and Wala, but we also have the whole team. So I'd like the whole team to come down just to acknowledge them. Mohammed, Amina, Mus'ab, Samir, and the rest of the team. Alicia. And we have a brilliant designer. She's working with us remotely. She was not here as well. And again, this would not have been achieved without the inspiration of Omar. So I'd like to ask him to come to the stage as well.
Najud.
And of course, where's Nijud? Yes. So thank you very much, everybody. You made this a dream come true. So thank you very much.
Let's take a photo, Hazel.
That's our reward. Use it. And as we're developing our own index, I might just come to you guys.
عزام
How are you? كيفك تمام؟ Good to see you.
انا اهو